on now, dog. Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it crazy that I made an entire video, a whole rant about what they should have done before they revealed who was underneath the mask? And then they took everything that I said that they should have done in that video and they did it this episode, which begs the question, why did we have the filler episode last week? Because in my opinion, this episode should have been last week's episode. If you wanted to do something after that where the Red Death is running around messing with Barry, whatever, fine. You can do that with the Red Death's anti-rogues and Barry's good rogues. But this episode functions a whole lot better. Is it written better? No. The Flash writers have decided that they're going to cram as many Batman Flash references into this episode as they can because it's the final season, and it is a horrible idea that I am not enjoying in any way, shape, or form. However, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. The scene between Iris and she has the injuries on her arms, and then Iris is like terrified. She's like, what the hell happened to you? And they're talking. There's a level of underlying tension and fear because Iris doesn't understand the situation. She's trying to grasp what exactly is going on. And the acting from Javisha Leslie is great because when I say manipulative, she almost made me forget that like she's the big bad, at least for this section of the series finale, where she's talking about like her own world and her run-in with the Flash and how like she took the technology and the lessons of other heroes and then applied them to herself so that she could be a better hero. And then off the top of my head, I was like, oh, okay, if the universes basically match up, what you did was when Barry fought his Savitar, you basically took all of Savitar's armor, took it back to the Batcave, repurposed it, upgraded it, and then you were basically like, because as a Flash fan, you sit down and you're like, okay, Red Death armor, repurposed Savitar tech, right? Artificial Speed Force. There's a myriad of people that you can basically get the artificial speed force from, but Barry did create the artificial speed force in a previous season of The Flash when he had lost his speed, before he turned it into the actual speed force when the forces were essentially born. So you're like, okay, so in your universe, you basically stole all this tech, applied it to yourself, and you were able to create a suit that gives you speed running on an artificial speed force. That makes absolute fucking sense. That's, in all honesty, super freaking terrifying that you're that skilled. But then you also learn that, she was adopted by the Waynes, and her universe crime was a lot worse than it is. And I'm like, yo, you getting a little bit sympathetic out here. I'm feeling a little bit of something right here. Like, you were struggling out there. And then the switch happens, where Iris realizes that she's bullshitting. First off, I gotta give it to Iris 1 foot reach, where as soon as the speedster comes in, she be like, what's good? What's popping? Like, I don't know if that's the black in Iris. That's the black in Iris. The black in Iris got her strapped. Like, she was at the hip. She was ready to pop her as soon as she came through the door. She was like, what? Boy, what you doing here? What you need? Like, it's the middle of a blackout. You supposed to be in Gotham. What you doing here in Central City? I ain't like, you supposed to call or text first. You can't just be showing up at my door. Like, I love that whole interaction between them. But the tone switches and suit up, like, it starts at the boots and it works its way up the rest of the body. Then she snatches up Iris. She's gone. I was having a ball. That scene was great. Even the tension with Barry talking to the Red Death suit was good. And then the finale happened and everything fell to pieces, which is once again character assassination, because for whatever reason we've decided that instead of going with like dark, brooding, doesn't say much but gets things done Red Death, we are going with like comical Red Death. And I'm just gonna put like a highlight right after this for what she says, because I was just like,
wanted to do this the easy way. But you want to get nuts?
That's bad. Like, what is that? What is that? And then we left Chilbane behind. Why did we leave him there? Like, it makes no sense whatsoever that we left Chilbane there. Like, an argument could be made, oh my god, the rogues were coming and Red Death was coming and blah, 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 blah. But we had time to rescue Chilbane and get Chilbane the hell up out of there and get him back to Central City. I don't know what the Flash still wants. At this point in time, it's torture. Like they've decided for you people who've been sticking around since, to be honest, I wasn't even one of the people who stuck around for all the seasons. Like I've said this before, around season 4, I wasn't watching it faithfully like every single week. The only reason why this review is late because I've been playing Destiny like all week, so I'm finally taking time to like catch up on the shows that I missed and do the reviews for the stuff that I missed as well. But oh my god, please, if what I'm hearing is true and that you're bringing back all of the speedsters for some speedster war, which now that I sit here and I think about it, I feel as though that they honestly should have done the Flash 1 second war, which is something that's happening or is it the 1 minute war, which is something that's actually happening in the comics right now, which is like all the speedsters and the rogues who have access to the Speed Force are basically like fighting Barry, Wally, Wallace, like all of the Flash family is fighting in this war. It's great. They could have done that for the final season and then could have had cameos out the wazoo, but here we are. It's a decent episode. It's a decent episode. Once again, like, they tried to build something, and then the moment that it got really good and interesting, they snatched it all away. On a side note, Javisha Leslie's faces that she was making this episode are absolutely fucking hilarious. Those are meme-worthy, and they're going to remain meme-worthy for a really long time. But let me know what you thought about this episode of The Flash. Comment down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.